Hello everyone, my name is Methapilo, and I'm excited to introduce you to my innovative educational tool, the Symmetry Symphony Board. This dual-sided board is designed to teach young learners in grades R to 3 the concept of symmetry through a fun, hands-on, and creative approach, blending visual art and musical rhythm. Symmetry is a key early math concept, but it's often taught in a static way. Young children learn best when they're actively involved, seeing, hearing, moving, and creating. That's why I developed a tool that integrates art and music to engage multiple senses and make the learning of symmetry both accessible and enjoyable. In our next part, I'm going to demonstrate and further explain how each side of this board works. Let's take a look at how the board works.
To make this tool, I used magnetic sheets, a cupboard, a rhythm stickers, an elastic band for our symmetry line, as well as a baking tray for our symphonic board. Alright, now that I've pointed out what I used to create my innovative tool, I'll now move on to the demonstration part. Alright, now let's take a look at how the board works. It has 2 sides. Now our presentation has 2 sides. It has the side A, which is the visual symmetry side, as well as side B, which we will use for our rhythm symmetry. First, the art side. Let's say we use this cupboard where I've created a butterfly using push pins and elastic bands, and I use this white paper to cover up the other side to create the line of symmetry. I then ask the learners, can you help me finish this butterfly? What should go on the other side so both sides match? Then they'd use markers or shape magnets to complete the other half, promoting a visual spatial awareness skills. We might then use a tree, a heart, or other symmetrical shapes. It gets their creativity flowing. Alright, moving on to side B. Now this is the rhythm side. This is where we bring in music. I place rhythm tiles on one side of the line, like when we're using these magnetic cards where I say clap, shake, stomp, and drum. I would then proceed to ask the learners what comes next if this is symmetrical. We then create a sound in order to first remember what's on this side so that we can incorporate it to the second side. So we'd create a rhythm such as clap, and we shake, and we stomp, and we drum. Then, obviously using that sound and music tool or learning tool, they then remember that the first sound that comes on the symmetrical side would be clap, would be then shake, then we'd use stomp, then next would be drum. This will create a musical reflection. We then perform the whole rhythm together once more using our body percussion. This links the physical movement to the pattern recognition, like clap, shake, stomp, and drum. What's powerful about this is that the learners see, hear, and feel the symmetrical in action. It encourages them to think, experiment, and collaborate, all while having fun.
This next part of the video is an example of a scenario where the is reflecting and wrapping P the lesson of symmetry. Teacher, you were amazing today. We used art and music to learn symmetry. So, can someone remind me, what is symmetry? The learners would reply with, it's when both sides are the same. The teacher would proceed and say, perfect. We made symmetrical butterflies, hearts, and even clapping rhythms. And remember, symmetry can be fun, colorful, and musical. I'm proud of you.
All right, let's take a look at some of the deeper learning benefits of the Symmetry Symphony board. First off, multisensory engagement. This board isn't just something students look at, it's something they experience. They see patterns, they hear rhythms, and they actually move to the beat. So whether they're visual learners, auditory learners, or more hands-on kinesthetic learners, it connects with all of them through active learning. Now, let's talk about student engagement. Instead of sitting still and listening, students get to interact with the board. They draw, build, move around, and even perform. It shifts the focus from teacher-led instruction to a student-centered experience, where they're actively creating and discovering on their own. And it's accessible. Every child learns differently, some through pictures, some through sound, some through movement. This board makes space for all of that. It can even be adapted for students with special needs by simplifying the patterns or using textured materials. So it's inclusive, and that matters. But it's not just educational, it's fun. When you mix music and art, symmetry becomes a game. And when kids are enjoying themselves, that's when the real learning sticks. And finally, critical thinking and creativity. When students design their own symmetrical art or create mirrored rhythms, they're not just following directions, they're analysing, predicting, solving problems, using higher-order thinking skills. It gives them the confidence to explore and take creative risks. So overall, this board is more than just a teaching tool. It's a way to make learning meaningful, inclusive, and fun.
To wrap up, the Symmetry Symphony board is more than just a teaching tool. It's a bridge between math, art, and music, helping young learners connect abstract concepts to real-world experiences. It's simple to make using cardboard, magnetic strips, and a little creativity. But the impact is big, making learning visual, musical, hands-on, and fun. This tool fosters deep learning, promotes engagement, supports accessibility, and invites critical thinking, all while sparking joy in the classroom. With the Symmetry Symphony board, math becomes music and learning becomes play. Thank you for watching. I'm Mathapolo, and I hope this inspires you to bring more creativity into the classroom.